Now, the newest thing, of course, which we talked about today, and this is one of the things that Pharmacist Keith was visiting and listening to my talk earlier this morning. There's, let's see here, monkeypox is driving doctors crazy now because the COVID-19 is getting quiet again. And so they're saying, well, what are we going to do to pay our kids' tuition now? We don't have COVID-19 anymore. We got the vaccine, we got this, we got that. We're not making any money anymore off of COVID-19. Let's go for the monkeypox.
All the food and dietary supplements that we mentioned on this program are intended to contribute to the daily diet and overall health. They're not intended for the use in the prevention, treatment, mitigation, or cure of a disease or health-related condition. Individuals who have or suspect that they have an illness or who wish to commence a diet or exercise program should be consulting with an appropriately licensed healthcare practitioner for their medical history evaluation, diagnosis, treatment, and health recommendations. Welcome to the Health and Wellness Hour with Dr. Joel Wallach and pharmacist Keith Abell. They believe when it comes to nutrition and supplementation, the modern medical system has failed you, that our body is divinely designed to repair itself given the correct foundation of nutrients. With a combined 85 years experience in health, nutrition, and supplementation, they bring a unique perspective on how to manage disease and improve one's health. Over the next hour, Dr. Wallach and pharmacist Keith will discuss health and wellness topics seen in the news. They'll discuss trends in nutrition and supplementation and how you can take control of your own health and your future. Let's get on with the show.
All right. Well, the 21st of May, which is just a day ago or so, there were 92 cases in the world, diagnosed cases, okay, of monkeypox in human beings, 28 suspect cases, no deaths. Monkeypox is like the measles. Okay, you get a skin rash, you get a fever, that's it. Very few people die from it. There's, maybe 1 out of 1 million people will die from measles, 1 out of 1 million people will die from monkeypox. Okay. The only thing that interested me was they found somehow a connection between gay men. When they have a relationship with a gay guy, they're at a much higher risk of having this monkeypox than somebody who's not having a gay relationship with another guy. And the gay thing didn't pan out for women, but it did for men. Okay. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So maybe the mechanics of their sexual habits or whatever, I'm going to find out why they're at a higher risk. But there are no diseases reported from monkeypox. So don't let your doctor scare you to death about, oh, you got to get some vaccination. We'll give you measles vaccination. We'll give you smallpox vaccination. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. Well, why? Because monkeypox doesn't kill anybody. Okay. And so with all that said, I think I've covered everything that Pharmacist Keith wanted me to cover. So back to you, Pharmacist Keith.
You did a fantastic job as usual, Dr. Wallach. Yeah, I did want to go a little bit more into the monkeypox because I was looking into it. It was first discovered in 1970. So it's been around a long time. And one of the things I found interesting is in May of 2021, there was an outbreak of monkeypox, and we didn't hear anything about it. The first case in the United States was in May of 2021, and it was a gentleman that had flown from Lagos State, Nigeria on June 25th. And he had symptoms of it as he was flying home. And then, of course, he got home and they discovered that he had this monkeypox. And of course, we didn't hear anything about it in May of 2021. Now, suddenly, May of 2022, there's one case in America and the news media is all over it. So what's the difference between May 2022 and May 2021? Well, in May 2021, we are in the full throes of the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
And, everybody was clickbaiting everything about COVID, all the fake news stories, all the real stories. You never could figure out what was what because clickbait was everywhere on it. Headlines would pop up and you go watch those headlines. Monkeypox would have got lost in that mix. Now in 2022, we have this outbreak again. And, the World Health Organization is going crazy about it and all that. But just this current outbreak, it says 1 to 5 confirmed cases in Australia. Now, I don't understand how the range is 1 to 5. Either they're confirmed or they're not. Australia, Belgium, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Netherlands have 1 to 5 cases. Make up your mind. How many cases are there, folks? Portugal, Spain, and United Kingdom have 21 to 30 cases. Again, make up your mind, folks. And United States has 1 to 5 cases. So total worldwide, 92 cases, and they suspect another 28 cases worldwide.
And no deaths.
Right, no deaths at this point. And, I just wanted to look at this because the disease has been around since the 1970s. And it appears that the disease most often happens in 2 areas of Africa, and there actually is 2 different genomes of the virus. So they're slightly different depending on which part of Africa they come from. There's the West Africa clade, and I've lost
Central Africa.
Yeah, the Central African one. And what they have discovered, now this is from December 2021 to May of 2022. That's this year. I just gave you all those numbers of all those cases of it. In Cameroon, there's 25 cases and about 5 deaths. Central African Republic, 6 cases, about 5 deaths. The Democratic Republic of Congo, 1,238 cases, 57 deaths. Nigeria, 46 cases, 0 deaths. These are the areas where this disease originates from. And what the World Health Organization noticed, and you just touched on it, that the cases have mainly been, but not exclusively, but mainly have been identified amongst men who have sex with men. And they find the cases when these guys are going to the sex health clinics because they think they got some kind of STD, and they actually have this disease. You're not going to hear that in the mainstream media because with the wokeness and all the other political issues right now, they're never going to mention that the primary number of people that have the disease are in that sexual orientation. They're also not going to mention in the mainstream media that the vast number of people that died, those numbers I gave you, the vast majority of those folks had AIDS. So they were immunocompromised. So that's why the disease has, killed. And the populations that we have in the Western countries, we've got medicine now to help fight AIDS. And we have all kinds of pharmaceuticals and treatments and so forth to boost the immune system of these patients. So this is not the disease that the media is trying to make it out to be. This is not a disease that's going to spread through the general population and we're going to have massive deaths. I think that's what they're hoping, but that's not the case. In fact, the treatment that the World Health Organization recommends on these cases is the folks that are exposed to the people that have the case. Like if you were on an airplane and a guy had the case, the World Health Organization is going to recommend anybody over 40 get a smallpox vaccine because the smallpox vaccine keeps that disease from spreading. But it's not something that's going to need to be done in the general population because the general population, we're not spreading disease that way. And the Western cultures, it's just not. This isn't going to be the disease that the media is trying to make it out to be. They're trying to scare us. It's another clickbait thing. Pop up the headlines there that, we got this major outbreak. The outbreak we're having right now is no different than it's been over the past, 30 years? There's no difference.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's just that there's nothing else to talk about now. There's nothing else to scare us about now. It's another way for the vaccine manufacturers to sell a product where they don't have any liability if you get hurt from their product. There's just so many things playing into this. Again, I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but if you've got a product that you have no liability on, of course you're going to want the everybody to partake of that product so you can increase your profits. And I just think this is a much ado about nothing.
Thanks for tuning in to the Health and Wellness Hour with Dr. Joel Wallach and pharmacist Keith Abell. If you found value in this episode, be sure to like and share. Also, to be notified when the next episode is posted, click on the subscribe button, then hit that little bell symbol. If you have any questions or comments for Pharmacist Keith or Dr. Wallach, you may send a private email to askpharmacistkeith@live.com or by visiting the Facebook page, Give Doc 90 Days to Better Health, Wellness, and Longevity. To hear more from Dr. Wallach, he has 2 nationally syndicated radio programs daily, Dead Doctors Don't Lie and Let's Play Doctor. Check your local radio listings for details. Also, check out the archives of his past shows at radio.givedoc90days.com. One last thing, if you'd like to join Dr. Wallach's crusade to share his message with others, contact Pharmacist Keith, and he'll teach you how to share the message and create some extra income at the same time. Contact Pharmacist Keith through his email address, keith@prosperityRx.com, or call or text at 502-212-2929. Remember, Keith is still a practicing pharmacist and can't always pick up the phone right away, so leave your name, number, and best time to call, and he'll return your call as soon as possible. Thanks again for tuning in.